Focusing on that because there's also a news break coming in as Congress's Vivek Tankha has expressed his inability to join Parliament proceedings. Tankha has tweeted saying that his family is not allowing to break what he called the isolation rule and come to the House. So Vivek Tankha has said that the government should have adjourned Parliament last week itself. Now remember, Rajya Sabha Chairman Venkaiah Naidu has called for a meeting of all party leaders in the Rajya Sabha at 1:30 this afternoon. This meeting is essentially to take stock of the situation and also discuss duration of the current session of the House. So there will perhaps be some sort of a decision on cutting short the Parliament session. But Congress's Vivek Tankha has already questioned the government over the last few days. Several opposition MPs have asked as to why the government has shied away from cutting short the Parliament session, keeping in mind the coronavirus crisis. Maushami is joining us live with more details on this. Maushami, this was expected that the Congress would up the ante against the government over a delay in taking a decision with regards to whether Parliament should continue or not.
That's right, and after the entire row that happened over Dushyant Singh coming into the Parliament, not only once but many times, several times, even after the news broke out in Lucknow about that party that he attended where Kanika Kapoor was also president who was tested positive COVID-19. So after that, there was an entire panic in the Parliament and several MPs had to go under isolation. Now Vivek Tankha putting out that tweet says that his family has not permitted him to break that isolation and attend the Parliament session, and in fact apologizing to the Rajya Sabha chairman. But of course, it is a part of the entire attack that the opposition has launched, Akshita, against the government over the dual speak. They say on one hand, the Prime Minister is talking about social distancing. On the other hand, you have the Parliament session that is still going on. Those visuals of Derek O'Brien, coming out of Parliament. And on Friday, he said that I sat next to Dushyant Singh for 2 hours in a parliamentary committee meeting, and now I have to go under isolation. So why is the government ignoring the entire threat that the Parliament could also risk, that the parliamentarians could also be put under? And that's the reason that you have this meeting that is being called in the afternoon by the Rajya Sabha chairman, who would be discussing with the opposition parties and the ruling government about how long this session has to continue. Because remember that the Prime Minister had said just few days back that the Parliament will continue as per schedule.
Okay, Maushami, thank you for those details. So post 1:30, when that meeting happens, we'll get more clarity on whether Parliament session is going to continue or whether it will be cut short, keeping in mind the coronavirus threat. We'll also have to wait and watch to see whether any opposition MPs actually take part in this meeting that's been called by Venkaiah Naidu. Because keep in mind, the opposition has been saying time and again that this decision should have been taken last week itself by the government. We'll be tracking that story very, very closely, slipping into a short break here on India Today. On the other side, we get